This is a Cincy fan talking with LP. You can catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy fan talking. You say it like it sounds, just leave off the G. If you have ideas for the show, you can reach me at Cincy_fan talk at yahoo.com. If you have any suggestions for the show, make sure you leave them there. Who knows, you might find yourself as part of the show. Any feedback would be definitely appreciated. And also, make sure you hit the Linktree page that's on my Twitter. Make sure you click on that. You can find all the different ways to contact me there. Enjoy the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Cincy Fan Talking with your boy LP, who is that Cincy Fan Talking. The storms tried to hold me back, y'all. The storms tried to shut down the power and get it to where I couldn't get at y'all with another episode. But we here at y'all with another episode. Storms tried to hold me back. These haters can't hold us back. Hey, let me stop playing. Let me quit before something zap me down and then I get shut down and I can't do what I need to do for y'all. So let me go ahead and stop all that. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Anybody here for the first time, appreciate y'all. Anybody here second, third, fourth, fifth time, appreciate y'all coming back. Y'all could be listening to anything. Y'all could be doing anything else. I appreciate y'all stopping past, give me a little bit of your precious time. So, appreciate it. Talk a little bit of sports. If you've been following me for a while, listening to my podcast, you're probably going like it's about time you start talking about some sports, LP. Man, I listen to you for some sports, and you ain't been talking about sports for a while. I'm going to get into why I ain't really been talking about sports for a while. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But we finally got some sports to talk about. And, of course, when we finally got sports to talk about, they start shutting it down. I mean, that's real 2020 for you. You know what I mean? That's real 2020 for you. We finally get something to talk about, and then the Marlins come in. And it's a Florida thing, too. Florida, I love y'all to death, but, y'all really messing it up for us out here. The Miami start messing it up on the baseball tip. They get shut down on Monday, then they get shut down on Tuesday. And now the Washington Nationals don't want to go play this weekend down in Miami. I mean, and it's crazy. I've been reading a lot about on social media about, whoever wins in Major League Baseball and whoever wins in basketball, whoever wins in the sports this year, there's going to be an asterisk next to their name or whatever. It's going to be like, what's the sense in them playing? Because whoever wins the title, whoever wins the championship, it's going to be like, there's this real big asterisk, the title doesn't really mean much because the season got shortened because of COVID-19. And for me, it's like, I talked about this before, and it was kind of hard to talk about it because we didn't know what it looked like. But now we know what it looks like. I don't really agree with the whole asterisk thing. You win the title, you win the title. You win a championship, you win a championship. And here's why I feel that way. It's simply because you don't know what's going to happen in order for you to win the title. Injuries happen. Bad bounces happen. Bad breaks happen in the course of you trying to win the title. Your best player might get hurt. The opposing team's best player might get hurt. You got to deal with that in sports. You got to roll with the punches. I mean, you have to. And if my team wins a title because your team's best player got hurt, oh well, we still champs. Like, it doesn't lessen the title for one team just because the season was 60 games. We all knew what we signed up for. You see what I'm saying? Everybody knew what they signed up for. So it doesn't really lessen the title. It doesn't put an asterisk on it. Everybody understood the deal. There's going to be some sour grapes from whoever loses. That's where the asterisk comes from. It doesn't come from the person who's watching arbitrarily. It doesn't come from that person that's looking like, okay, I want to see two good teams square off. It comes from the biased person. It comes from the person who wants to see their team win. That's where the asterisk comes from. If the Raptors lose to the Lakers, say they get past the Bucks, the Raptors lose to the Lakers. The Lakers win the championship. The Raptors are going to put that asterisk next to the Lakers' name because they wanted to win the title. That's where those asterisks are going to come from. If you're another fan of some other team and you don't really care who wins, you're going to look back and go like, oh, the Lakers won the title. There's no asterisk for you. 5 years later, when you look at who won the title, there's no asterisk. Whoever won, won. That's basically how I feel about it. And that goes for baseball, and that goes for basketball, or whatever. Baseball is going to be a little bit different because everybody's not going to play the same amount of games. I mean, if you look at what's happening in Miami, it's going to be a little bit unfair. You're going to have some people that might play a full 60 games. And they might not make it to the playoffs because you might have somebody else that has a better winning percentage and they only play like 54 games. That's where the asterisks might come in because they didn't even get a chance to play in the first place. If you want to throw up asterisks, the asterisks may come from there. My team doesn't even get a shot to win, and your team does because your team caught COVID and got to miss 6 full games, and my team kept playing and they lost. I mean, if the Reds don't make the playoffs and somebody like the Cardinals do make the playoffs, because the Reds started losing earlier in the year and the Cardinals caught a case of the COVID and have to miss some games and it actually helps them, I'm going to be a little pissed. That's just my word on that. I'm going to be a little bit pissed. And that's where this whole COVID thing would make me a little upset. This whole thing is crazy. And people are like, you got to accept it. You got to accept this whole thing because COVID is throwing everything out of whack. And for me, I personally don't think they should be playing in the first place. I'm all for them having sports and, it gives you something to talk about on the podcast. It's great. Gives you cool things to watch. But for me personally, the fact that the Marlins are having this ridiculous outbreak is indicative of the fact that I don't really think we're a nation that deserves to have sports right now. I mean, we haven't done what's necessary as a society to have sports. We need to take care of all of the important things in order to have sports. Plus, I just feel like Major League Baseball is doing it wrong. I mean, they're not even doing it correctly. MLS and the NBA have already shown us what we need to do as a society in order to control this virus. Contain, test, and trace. That's basically what we need to do. We need to do that not just for sports, but we need to do that for everything. And soccer and basketball, they're able to do that successfully. They put their people in bubbles to contain them. They test a lot. And when they find out people that have it, they figure out where they got it from and they quarantine them. It's a perfect strategy. It is painful to see that the priority is athletics and not, I don't know, education, frontline workers, stuff that's super important. And I can't really put it on the athletes because if you talk to an athlete, they'll tell you the same thing. They'll be like, I'm not as important. They want their paycheck. Can't fault them for that. But they'll be like, I'm not as important as a teacher or a doctor or even a grocery store worker. Like, I view them as important, super important. And that's why I haven't been talking about sports as much, to be honest, because it just makes me upset that the priority goes to sports. We're so hell bent on having sports that me as a teacher will just throw me into a classroom and say, you know what, fend for yourself, teacher slash babysitter, do what you got to do. Meanwhile, we're willing to give these athletes everything that they need, even though the athletes will tell you that there are all of these other people that need it before them. It's just disheartening to see it. Like, even athletes are telling you what America needs first, and you won't even listen to them. It's it's just crazy. So, and I've been feeling like this. If you've been following the podcast, I've been feeling like this since April. So it's been less and less and less sports talk for me, and it's been more and more and more about issues that affect me and issues that affect America. So that's what I've been on. So that's why it's been less about sports talk. And we're gonna ratchet up the sports talk a little bit more, but for me it's always about what's important to me. And lately I just felt like sports weren't important. I mean, honestly, I just felt like sports weren't important. So sports weren't really talked about as much on the program. So that's where I was at. So we'll get into sports talk a little bit more. Uh, can't promise a lot more. We'll work up to that. But we'll progressively talk about sports more as we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But basically, as far as asterisks go, I'm not putting an asterisk on anybody that earns a title, especially when we're talking about COVID-19. If you can find a way to win a championship through all of this, you pretty much earned it. I would say 115% you earned that title. It's really going to come down to two things: who has the most talent and who can keep their talent the healthiest. It's going to take a lot of team selflessness, and it's going to take a lot of teams just sticking to the basics, doing what they have to do on the field slash court and off the field slash court. Basically, all the stuff that coaches say to their teams, we're going to see if players really listen to it. all that stuff about we're family and don't put yourself before the team and all that mess. This is where the rubber really meets the road, and we're gonna see who listens. The teams that listen, those will be the teams you see in the playoffs. It's gonna be a lot about talent, and it's gonna be a lot about just staying healthy. Staying healthy is gonna be really, really key because you're gonna see some key people not being able to play, just not even being able to play, and hopefully it won't be because somebody decided not to follow the rules. And we will see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. We'll be right back in a second. It's the Cincy Fan talking with LP. And what's going on? You got a Cincy Fan talking with LP. Back with you in these unprecedented times. Man, I'm so sick of hearing people saying in these unprecedented times. I can't take it. It just drives me crazy hearing people say in these unprecedented times. I'm sick of those commercials. I'm sick of hearing all of the ads saying. I'm just tired of it. Like I've been up super late lately, just up, and like I've been on some just bored mess lately, and I've been writing like weird haikus, like real 575 pros out here. Like I've been really doing that, and I wrote one about these unprecedented times, and like real talk, like stop calling them these unprecedented times. Like I really want these commercials, like when these car commercials trying to sell you like Chevys and like Dodge Rams and whatever. I want them to just say it with their chest, like just be like, you know, in these fucked up times. Like I just want I just want them to really just come out and say it, cuz it's fucked up out here. Like it really is. And I was just thinking about it when I was just up super duper late, everybody knocked out, sleep in the house, and I'm like, all of these sports are are on again, and everybody's trying to force us teachers to go back to school, and everybody's wanting everything to open back up again, and it's really, people want all of their stuff back, and I get that. Eh, there's there's this real sense of I need the stuff that I was supposed to have back, and I get that. But when you really think about it, people want their semblance of normalcy back. That's what really everybody wants. They want to feel normal again. People want to turn on their televisions and they want it to feel like 2018 again. They want it to feel like January 2019 again. That's what everybody really wants. And and I hate to tell you this. I hate to tell y'all this, but the normal that you knew, that normal, that's not coming back. It's not. It will never be like it was. It can't be. Think about it. When you go into your local pizza shop again, if you see the pizza maker throwing your pizza up in the air with their bare hands, you gonna be happy with that? Like, are you gonna be cool with that? No, you gonna freak out. You gonna be like, where the gloves at? Why are you not wearing gloves? Now, if you think about it, pre-COVID, you might have seen somebody throwing your pizza dough up in the air, sans glove. Real talk. You might have seen that, and you might not have given it a second thought. But everything's different now. It will remain different forever. We will never have it the way we did before. Some people might not remember the days where you could show up in the airport 30 minutes before your flight, 20 minutes before your flight, and just hoof it, chin to your chest, just book it to the gate, make it to the gate, no problem. It was all good. People watch Home Alone and watch the McAllisters just hoof it straight to the gate, extra late, leaving Kevin way behind at home, by the way. Extra bad parents, like they was crazy with it. Like, just extra ridiculous. But that was cool in the early 90s. 9/11 changed that forever. It will never be the way that it was. And some people might be like, man, I wish it could be the way it was. It will never, ever be like that again. 9/11 changed that forever. People have to accept that things will never be the way that they were again. Our society has changed forever. So you can pretty much dead normal. This will be our new normal. I mean, get used to temperature checks for a very long time. Get used to the way our schools are going to look for a very long time. The stuff that we're seeing in our society is going to look like this for an extremely long time. Like these fucked up times, these will just be times. This is just the way it's going to be. And it's up to us to either A, accept it, live with it, and do these things so everything can be better. So we can be like, okay, we're living with this so things get a little easier. Or we can just keep fighting it. And if we keep fighting it, things will just get worse. Because this is not the new normal. That's not it. This is the normal. I mean, this is the way it's going to be. I mean, think about it like this. If you got kids, if you have more than one kid, or even if you have one kid, think about what life was like before your kid. And think about life now. Life will never be the same. Your life is completely different. And if you were like, man, I can't wait till my wife or my girl, I can't wait till she ain't pregnant no more so we can get back to the way life used to be. You was in for a rude awakening. Because you brought that baby home and you found out quickly that the only thing that changed was your girl's stomach. Like that was the only thing that changed. And y'all, that was the only thing that changed. That was the only thing was like different in y'all life. And when I say different, like that was the only thing that went back to normal. Other than that, everything changed forever. The way y'all slept, the way y'all ate, the way y'all thought. Hell, the shift y'all took to use the bathroom, that changed. Like, I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, now wait. Like, who gonna be with the baby? Oh, okay, let's wait. I'm gonna go first and you gonna go after that. Like, everything completely changed forever. The moment that baby came out. That's what we dealing with now. I mean, in the history of America, there's like a pre-big event and there's a post-big event. I mean, in my life, I got pre-9/11 and post-9/11. I can think about all the stuff that we used to do before 9/11 and the stuff that we do now after 9/11. And like, it's different. Like, the world changed on that day. And the world has changed completely now. Like, I pull up to a fast food restaurant and I pull out my credit card and they got gloves to take my credit card. And I'm like, dang, the game changed. And then I look down and I'm looking at my car and I got hand sanitizer in my cup holder. Think about that. Hand sanitizer in my cup holder. Now, I know I got some germaphobes listening on the squad. And they might be like, I mean, yeah, so what? I mean, but now, a lot of people not rolling without hand sanitizer and mask. And now people won't take cash. Like, at all. Like, if you got cash, you might as well just keep that because ain't nobody touching that. I mean, the game has changed forever. And basically, people are trying to use sports to get back to normal. But when you look at the sports on the television, it's just a reminder that everything has changed forever. I mean, you look at the sports and there's no fans out there. I mean, how different is that? Like, how crazy is that? We piping in noise to make us feel like things are normal. You can't get much different than that. We got to pipe in crowd noise to make us feel that things are normal. I mean, and when we say one day things will get back to normal, I feel like that's just something we say to make ourselves feel better. What we really should be saying is one day we'll get to a point where we can accept where we are as a society. We can eliminate the virus. We can get this out of here. But what's happening is going to take years and years and years for us to get these thoughts out of our brain. And honestly, I think we'll be dealing with this forever. The way we're thinking now, we'll be in this spot forever. The world has changed forever. And we have to deal with that, or it's going to deal with us. And it's as simple as that. Hey, make sure y'all catch me next Tuesday. We dropping episodes every Tuesday. Make sure y'all catch my podcast buddies. They always being retweeted on my Twitter feed, so make sure y'all always catch them. Definitely a good group. I'm gonna try to do my first like follow squad, so make sure y'all check them out. I'm always retweeting them. Make sure y'all follow them. Make sure y'all check out their podcast. It's so many of them. I don't want to forget any of them out there. So just make sure y'all follow them when I hit y'all with the list. So make sure y'all listen next Tuesday. Make sure y'all check me out. As always, I know it's rough out there, but life is good. Peace out. If you're not ready for the conversation to end, I'm not either. Make sure to catch me on Twitter. That's the Cincy Fan Talking. Leave off the G at the end of it, and we can keep the conversation going. Also, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next episodes. The episodes will drop every Tuesday. If there's a change in that, I'll make sure to let you know. Appreciate the support. As always, life is good.